In this video, I'll show you how to create one commit. A commit is one of those points in the timeline, representing a set of changes. We start by creating a new file. So here we have created a new file and saved it. And Git has identified that there is a new file that has not been tracked by version control yet. Using other systems like Time Machine or Google Docs, the new versions are created automatically. But using Git, we have to do it manually because we have to select what we want to be tracked and what we don't want to be tracked. In our case, we want everything to be tracked, so let's just create a new commit. We can do that in IntelliJ in 3 different ways. We can come here to this check mark, or here to this check mark, or we can use the hotkey Command K. This new window pops up. Let's understand each panel here. Here are the files that have changed. In this case, a file has been created, so it's listed here under unversioned files. We would also see here changes and deletions and so on. Down here, we can see the difference. In this case, because this file has been created, everything in it is new. That's why we see everything highlighted in green. We can select things to commit and things not to commit. This file has been created, but we might not want to include it in the next commit. So we would just deselect this box. This is not our case here. We want to commit this file, so let's select it. And here we are saying what we changed. This is a message for yourself and your collaborators. So explain what's going on. If you fixed a bug, explain what the bug is and how you fixed it. If you're adding a new feature, explain how you went about adding it. And if people should know about something in the future regarding this commit, this is the time where you describe it. So let's write a simple message. Traditionally, the commit message starts with a title, and then a blank line, and then a series of paragraphs in English describing the change. It is common for the commit message to be longer and more complete than the changes themselves. That happens because sometimes fixing a bug, for example, is just changing one line. But describing why that line must be changed requires a lot of text. Next, we click here on commit. And that's it. One file has been committed. That's our first commit. We can come here to log, and we start to see something that looks like a timeline. And we can iterate on this process, creating more and more commits, and this timeline will grow. Here we have added some more text and 2 new commits to this timeline. Let's understand what's going on here. You can see commits listed from most recent to older. And if we click on one of them, we can see what files were affected by that change and the message that the author of the commit wrote, along with some more information like who was the person and their email address. That's why we needed to configure Git in the second video, and the date and time when the commit was created. Now the question becomes, how many points in the timeline do we need? You should commit as often as possible. Sometimes just one line changing might be worth one commit. In fact, when you get the hang of clicking on the buttons, creating a new commit is fast and straightforward. So you should do it often. You may not even have something meaningful to say in the commit message. It's more like a note to self. This is natural and expected. Later, we will learn how to rewrite some of this history to make it presentable to your group advisors and collaborators. On the next video, we will learn how to publish this timeline to GitHub.